So guess what? Audio problems again, so I'm going to do a voiceover on this video and kind of explain where we're at and where we're going. Right here, as you can see, is our first location that we stopped at. It's on Circle Park Trailhead, I believe. And it's, look behind me right now, it's crazy unlevel. I mean, we stayed in that for 3 days, and it was horrible, but it was the only place we could find at the time coming into the Bighorn Mountains. I did a lot of research prior to coming in here, and there's a ton of dispersed camping locations, but unfortunately a lot of them had vacant campers there. I guess that's a problem here in the Bighorn Forest. But as you can see, I'm showing the location, and it's a beautiful location, beautiful forest behind us, but there's no real room for the dogs to run, because if you'll look right in front of my truck, there's a main Forest Service road, and right around that corner is the trailhead. So, and it's got a big parking lot, so we got people coming left and right, and as you can see, my trailer is so crazy unlevel. I had to hold on to things when I'm walking through there. So after about 3 days of driving and scouting, we found the absolute perfect place to go and do some dispersed camping. But right here, I'm just complaining about people dropping their trailers off for weeks and weeks at a time. And I know we were here 3 days, and within those 3 days I probably saw 50% of the campers that I saw had nobody there. I mean, there was not an awning out, no coolers out, no vehicles, and it rained as well on the second day. So 2 days it rained, and there was no tracks going up to the campers either. Most of them were travel trailers. But I'll wait until we start driving and I kind of explain where we're going. It is crazy rocky and hilly here. You really can't tell because I got a gimbal on that GoPro. Oh, by the way, I got the GoPro outside of the window because when I'm recording inside the window, it picks up that mesh screen on that window, so it makes it look real funky. So right here I'm taking a left on Forest Service Road 354, also called Circle Park Trailhead. Kind of tricky getting out. Right here I'm just kind of showing you, for example, that camper's been there 3 days and there hasn't been anyone there at all. And it's a pretty good spot if you don't need solar or Starlink. So right up here we're taking a right on R20, and these roads go like 20, 21, 22, 23 in that order off of Highway 16, I believe it is. Let me look. Yes, Highway 16. So if I would have taken a left, you could have went to the Circle Park campground, which we don't do campgrounds, but I didn't even go up there and look. But you can see how slow I'm going because it's just so rocky. It wouldn't be so bad if you had, like a small Sprinter van or a schoolie or something, but I'm loaded down with motorcycle and 14,000-pound trailer and everything, 6 dogs and you name it. You'll see up here on the left, there's a ton of dispersed camping spots up on the tree lines on the left. But when I came in Thursday, it's now the following week, but when I came in that Thursday, I tried to get here early, but I just didn't make it early enough. When I came in that Thursday, literally every spot was taken except for that one last spot that was like, that I just showed you. But it got us by for a few days until I can do some more, scouting. So here's another example. This vacant travel trailer is in a beautiful, absolutely beautiful spot because it overlooks the mountains. So past that camper, I don't think you can see, but it drops off and you can overlook the hills and the mountains. It's so beautiful. But again, that had been there for 3 days and you could tell nobody has driven up to it either. Just vacant. So right here, we're taking a right on Highway 16, going towards, I believe it's called Elgin. Or is it Elgin Park Road is what it's called. So there's actually 2 ways to get to Elgin Park Road. Both of them are R22. The first road, which is the one closest to where we just came from, it's got a lot of twists and turns, and it's really washboard-y, I guess. So I took the next turn, which is a few miles down the road, and it's pretty smooth. But again, this is taking a left on R22, also called Elgin Park Road. So right here, I'm taking a right on, the map says Forest Service Road 372, but it also says 460, so I'm not sure what it is. This is a very long road. Long and bumpy, but definitely worth it. You can see the balloons. There's a they had a circus style tent set up way back here. You'll be able to see it here shortly. I guess they were having a wedding that weekend. This is on a Friday, I believe. Or is it Saturday? It might have been Saturday morning. Normally I don't travel on the weekend because everybody else does, but once I found that spot, what I did is I dropped my motorcycle off and some other supplies at that spot just so I can unload my truck and kind of, you know, let them know somebody's there. And I ran back real fast. I already had my trailer ready to go, and I hooked my trailer up and came right back. I was going like 30 to 45 minutes. I don't normally throw stuff in a spot just to hold it for myself, but in this case I made an exception because it was just very difficult to find a good spot here in this location. So right here, there's actually a pretty good spot on the right hand side and on the left hand side, right up against some trees. The right hand side had standing water and it had been raining for about 3 days, so I didn't want to take that chance, but it was a pretty good spot. The left hand side I didn't want because it was just too close to this main road, but we would have taken it if we couldn't find anything else. But you'll see why we didn't take either once you see our new location over this hill. A little bit bumpy going in, but like I said, it was all worth it because we have the absolute perfect spot. And you can see my motorcycle and some other supplies I have had on the other side of those trees. And it's actually a pretty big kind of a hill from the motorcycle to those trees in the middle. It's not as bad as where we were before, but it's still a little bit of a steep hill. But as you can see, I mean, overlooking those rolling hills and fields and mountains, it's just gorgeous. Right here, I'm just trying to figure out how to park the trailer so we can get the best out of the area. And what I ended up doing is just backing up the back of the trailer to the field, so when we lower the ramp down and turn it into a patio, we'll be able to overlook those hills. And right here there's a sign that says no parking past this sign because of the vegetation. So I'm trying to avoid getting close to that sign as well. This would be an amazing spot for a schoolie or a sprinter van as well, because there's two little places in the trees where you can pull into, and somebody made a huge fire pit inside there. I mean, it's massive. You can't really see it in this video. It's let me see, it's kind of to the right of the picture in the middle between those two trees, but it's pretty big. Those trees have some pretty cool rock formations as well that I'm going to take some pictures of and post. So right here I found my spot. Just wanted to pull the GoPro off the truck and kind of show you what it looks like. I mean, absolutely beautiful. That was Angel yawning. Yeah, like I said, that whole back will drop down into a patio, and that's what we'll be seeing. That's what I'm looking at now. And there's Leroy ready to jump out and find some grasshoppers and squirrels. I normally travel with Lucy, Ellie, and Angel in the back, and Leroy, Buddy, and Tully in the front. That's about it. Thank you.